Hi, today I'm here to talk to you about every young agent's dream, and that is the opportunity to buy into the agency you work at or the ability to start your own agency. One of the things that we see as a lender here at InsurBanc is lots of questions, and we hear lots of comments on what do I need to do to prepare myself to be an owner. And there's a couple of things that we always ask folks to think about because it's critical to your future success if you put the mindset in place to be an owner. And so the first topic is just that. Are you ready to be an owner? Have you actually thought about what it takes to make decisions every day to affect your business? Personnel decisions, sales decisions, expense decisions, investment decisions. It's a little different than deciding who you're going to call to sell a policy to. It becomes very critical to your future success to understand what it takes to make those decisions confidently and to put yourself in a position where you feel you can make the right decisions going forward. The second thing you need to think about is, do you understand the drivers of value? Do you understand what makes an agency more valuable tomorrow than it is today? And that's understanding where the cash flows come from, understanding where the sustainability of those cash flows come from. Valuation, enterprise value in an agency is driven by one thing, and that's your ability to generate sustained cash flow over time, predictable and recurring. And being able to do that is what will drive future values for your investment as an owner. The third thing to keep in mind is your personal financial house in order? Have you done the things to keep your own personal financial situation solid? Show me a successful business owner and I'll show you somebody who manages their money effectively. The two go hand in hand. Looking and seeing where the call on your cash flow is personally is important as you begin to plan to borrow money to buy equity in an agency. Do you have a lot of debt? Do you have 2 mortgages? Do you have 3 cars? There are sacrifices required of agency principals in order to meet the credit requirements to borrow money to buy an agency. So as you evaluate your own personal financial condition, understand what those things are. One of the tips I can give you is fill out a personal financial report. Take a stab at your assets and your liabilities and the things you spend money on. Create a budget so that you know what you've got available in the event you need to borrow money. Next, we want to talk a little bit about, have you got an organic growth plan? Because at the end of the day, when you have an interest in an agency, one of the things you want to make sure you're able to do is grow that business. One of the things we know is that valuation is driven by sustained cash flow over time. Your ability to have recurring and predictable cash flows into the future is what will drive agency value going up. And the one thing you want to be sure is that you're in a position where your equity is worth more tomorrow than it is today. And finally, one of the things we want to be certain of is, do you understand how the numbers fit together? A lot of you don't like math, you didn't like math in school, but guess what? Running an agency requires you to understand the ins and outs of all the numbers. Where's the revenue go? Who are we paying? How are we paying them? Where are the expenses? How does it all fit together? Because as you go forward, your ability to access capital from a bank or from a seller is proving to that person or that institution that you really do have a handle on the numbers and that you know where things are as you tell your story, because those folks are looking to invest in you and your handle on those numbers is critical to your future success. So with those 5 tips, I wish you well on your journey to equity ownership. And obviously, if you have any questions, give us a shout and we'll try to help you out.